Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we are going to a new concept which is called as the relationship with political science with history. So in this concept we will discuss about how the political science and history are related to each other. Okay, sometimes history is related with political science and political science also related with the history simultaneously. We will go forward. Okay, first already we know about meaning of political science and we have seen the definition of political science. Now we will discuss about what is the meaning of history, who is the father of history, and then we will discuss about how history is related to the political science. Okay, we will go forward. First one, meaning of history. This is very important. History is nothing but the recording of past events. Whenever if you are recording any past events in any book, so that will become the history. So whatever the past events are the recorded events, when we are recorded in any books, then that is called as history. So history is nothing but the recording of past events, that is called history. So when we are talking about history here, Herodotus. Herodotus is just like how the Aristotle is the father of political science. So when we are going for the history, Herodotus is the father of history. Herodotus. Why he is regarded as the father of history? Because he became the first person. He was the first man who have recorded. He have recorded his past event in the history. Some past events what he have did, he recorded in a book. So he was the first person who recorded past events in a book. So he is considered as a father of history, Herodotus. He is actually from Europe. Okay, now I will go forward here. Now this is about the meaning. So whenever if you are recording any past events or whenever if you are recording any written records, then that is called as history. Okay, now in this point we will discuss about what are the histories, how the history is very important. History is very important, children, because history will provide and history will explain about the development of mankind and development of society. Normally when we are going backside, when we are talking about mankind, so we know that man suddenly have not formed on the earth. From the history we got information that how a stage and stage was passed and then a complete modern man was formed on the earth. Okay, from the history only we can able to know about mankind, and from the history only we can able to know how the society started developing. So if you are talking about the mankind, history will explain about different type of mankind. Okay, our modern man is Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens were considered as a modern man. Okay, modern man. So from the history we got information that how the mankind have developed, how the man was formed on the earth. So first man was in the form of apes. Okay. First Australopithecus, Ramapithecus, Homo erectus, Neanderthal and then Homo sapiens. Fifth stage. After getting fifth stage, then the modern man was formed. So from the history we can get information about the development of mankind. History will provide information about the development of life. Okay, so all this information we can get from the history only. And when we are talking about the development of society, okay, already we have discussed that in the ancient time, in the Greeks also there were no societies. So from the city slowly the society started developing. Development of society was started, and that information about development of society we can get from the history only, how the society started developing. We already know that in the olden days most of the people are living in the forest. So as soon as when the man started depending upon himself, when the man started cultivating agriculture, then the man started living together by forming a group and the society was formed. Okay, society started developing. Okay, society started developing slowly. As soon as when the man started forming a group and when man started living together, slowly he developed the society. Now, history also explains about the development of mankind and development of society. Apart from that, that's why history is the laboratory for all social science. So, base the knowledge for the base. See, history records all the past events. What are the events, what are the information, what are the ideas, ideology, whatever the development which are taking places in the past, everything will be recorded in history. So when you wanted to start a new work, so we have to depend upon the past work. That past information from where we can get from the history only. So that's why if you see that history is nothing but the laboratory for all the social science. So whatever the social science we can find, like public administration we can find, sociology we can find, okay, political science or civics we know, geography we know. So whatever the science related subject is there, social science related subject. So from where they are getting all this information? They are getting all this information from the history only. The base for the knowledge, for all the social science, they are getting information from the history, and that's why history is called as laboratory for all social science. Okay, whatever the information, base is very important. Base is just like foundation. So base for the information. So base for the information for all the social science related subject we can get from the history, and that's why history is laboratory for all the social science. Normally when we are talking about the activities, we know there are different type of activities. Okay, human beings are involving in different type of activities. Okay, such as political activity, economic activity, social activity, cultural activity, religious activity. Political activity, the activities which are related to the politics, elections, conducting elections, forming association. Okay, so whatever the act, forming government. So all the activities which are related to the politics, that is called as political activity. So if you wanted to get information about political activity, we have to depend upon history only. Economic activity, suppose if you wanted to know about economic activity. Okay, economic activity, what is economic activity? Okay, consumption, production, distribution, how the goods are getting consumed, how the goods are produced, how the goods are distributed, and then exchange. So all these activities comes under economic activities. So for economic activities also, base knowledge will provide history only. History will provide knowledge for the base. Social activity, cultural activity, the activities which are related to the culture. Normally what is meant by culture? What is called culture? Okay, first you should know what is called culture. Cultural is nothing but anything which can passes from one person to another person, anything which will provide knowledge, information, languages which are mainly passes from one person to another person. So that is called as culture. Culture has no end. Culture have no end. Okay, culture have no end, because knowledge and everything will passes from generation to generation. So anything which is passes from hereditary, from father to son, so that is called as culture. Okay, so culture we can find next, Indian culture is the best example. So if you wanted a cultural related activities or religious related activity, history will provide all type of base. The knowledge for all bases, the knowledge of all base for the social science we can get from the history only. History will provide information about different type of associations. Okay, associations. So man has formed different type of associations. Man will form in the name of party, different type of association. So if you wanted to know, for example, Indian Congress Party is there. Now here, okay, one party was formed. So Indian National Congress Party was formed. If you wanted to know information about Indian National Congress Party, you have to go to history only. So when this party was formed, who was formed the party? So whenever if you wanted to know information about any political activity, we will start from the history only, and that's why we will say history is a base for all social science, history is a base for political science, etc. Now normally when we are coming from the history, history is nothing but the foundation of all political science. Same thing. Why? Because whatever the knowledge which are needed for political science, which act as a base, all this information we can get from the history only, and that's why history is the foundation of all political science. Imagine if there is no history, the political science will not get that knowledge, base knowledge, then the ideas may not be developed. So from the history only, political science will get knowledge in the form of base. Now what are the political activities? If you see, history will provide information about different type of political activities in our country. Okay, what were the different activities, political activities, history will provide information. For example, I have said just now Indian National Congress. From the history we can get information about Indian National Congress. In 1885 this Indian National Congress was formed. This was the first political party which was formed in India, and this was formed by retired British officer which is called Evo Hume. Okay, so how we can get all this information about Indian National Congress? We can get all this information based upon history only. If imagine that if history have not, if history will not record the past events, then we can't get any information. History is protecting, and history one type what history is doing is history is preserving the knowledge. History is preserving the past events. Next one, if you wanted political activities like French Revolution. Suppose if you wanted to know about French revolutions, what are the political activities started, how it started. Okay, we already know that French Revolution was started. Second French Revolution was started in 1789. Third French Revolution was started in 1871. How we can get all this information? Based upon the history. History records all the past events and past information. From that we can able to get information about French Revolution. Or if you go about political activities like Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution was started in Russia in 1917. So Russian Revolution was started in Russia by 1917, and if you wanted to know, Russian Revolution have two important movements started in Russia. Two revolution was started in Russia. One is March Revolution and one is called October Revolution. How we can get information about Russian Revolution? That is also based upon the knowledge which was written by history. So history will provide all the political activities. History will provide all the information about political activities like Indian National Congress. History will provide information about French Revolution. History will provide information about Russian Revolution, and history will provide information about two-nation theory. Two-nation theory. So what is two-nation theory? Britishers, when they came to India, they proposed two-nation theory. Based upon two-nation, Britishers have proposed two-nation theory. So all this information and knowledge now we can able to get, and that is from the history only. Okay. Next, come to the point. Now, if you see here, now this is the point. History conveys present society. History will conveys present society in the sense history is providing information to the present society. It is providing information regarding states. It is providing information regarding states. It is providing information regarding civilization, culture, religion, economic activity. History provide all this information to the present society. So present society is getting information. This society is getting information from the various sources. So history is providing information about state to the present society. History is providing information about civilization. Normally we know we have different type of civilization. Roman civilization, Greek civilization. Okay, whatever the civilizations which we know, Indus Valley civilization. So from where we can get information is history. So this all information history is providing to the present society. Culture, what is Indian culture, okay, religion, okay, history is providing information about religion, when this religion started, where this religion was formed. For example, Buddhism is there, in which Buddhism was started in which country, okay, who developed the Buddhism, who played an important role in developing Buddhism, when it started, okay. So all this information regarding the religion we can get information from the history. So whatever the present society is there, so whatever the present society is getting information from the history. And economic activity, history is providing information about it. Normally when we are talking about this, don't confuse civilization and culture. Indus civilization, culture will say. Civilization, culture is not one and same, they have two different meanings. So already in the this topic I have explained you about what is meant by culture. Culture is nothing but development of language, okay, development of language, that is called as culture. Anything which passes from one person to another person we can call it as culture. Culture can spread easily, okay, culture can spread easily and there will be no end for culture, okay. But civilization is nothing but development of science and technology, that is called civilization. Whenever there is any development regarding science or any technology, that is called civilization. So we will say that Egypt civilization in Africa. So that is one example of civilization, okay, like Egypt civilization. Egypt civilization we can find in Africa is one of the best example of civilizations. So in Egypt civilization we can find pyramids. Okay, this is also development of technology. During that time they have developed the pyramids. So that is also one development of technology. Okay. So pyramids is the development. So similarly, development of science and technology we can call it as civilization. So history is providing information to the present society about all these activities. Next, now if you come here, birth and development of all the political ideas, how the political ideas has been born and developed. All the political ideas which was born and developed because of history only. If history will not record any past events, if history will not be there, then they will not get any ideas or information, and based upon that ideas they can't develop further political ideas. Okay, so today we can find political ideas are developing, that is also because of history only. So many social science and many subjects have to depend upon history as a base. So history is nothing but, so whatever the birth and development of all the political ideas were there, that was mainly done by history only. Through history they are getting birth and they are getting developed. Okay. Next we will go forward. Now there are many political thinkers. Okay, political thinkers like Machiavelli, Montesquieu. So political thinkers have developed their philosophy. Political thinkers like Montesquieu and Machiavelli, they develop the concept. So how they develop the concept? They act as a base of historical information. First they made a base for the historical information about earlier political thinker. They have taken their knowledge and they have tried to develop the information. So some information is very important. Okay, you need some information to develop any political ideology. So who is providing that political ideology? History. History, because of history only we can find political thinkers have able to develop their ideas. Political thinkers are able to develop their philosophy. Political thinkers are able to develop their knowledge. So that's why we can say that history is nothing but, okay, history is nothing but, this is base for all the political science. And there is a proverb. History without political science has no fruit. History without political science, history without political science has no fruit. Political science without history has no root. Okay, we got this information. This information, what it is saying, that history is very important. So history without political science. So history is political science and history both are related. Without political science there is no fruit, and political science without history they have no root. Okay, so if there is no history, in the sense if there is no history they are comparing the philosophy. In this point the philosophy is comparing history with the root. If history will not record all the past events and past information, the political ideas they never develop their theories. History is just like a root. If root will be there, then only fruits will be there. Okay, they are comparing. Just to understand these points, how beautifully he have compared. Okay, the history subject he is comparing with the root. If there is root, then only there is a fruit. Fruit he is comparing with political science. If history was there, then only political science developed. If history will not provide any records of past events, if the history information will not be there, then the political ideology or political thinkers they cannot develop their concept and they would not develop their theories. So that's why it was written this proverb: history without political science have no fruit. History without political science has no fruit. Without political science there will be no fruit. But political science without history have no root. So from this proverb he wanted to explain that both is very, very important. Political science have to depend upon history and history have to depend upon political science. Okay, for the development of sociology, both the subjects are important. So here the philosophy is comparing history with roots, and political science is comparing with the fruit. If history like past records will not be there, then fruits in the sense present information also we cannot able to find the present informations. So, this is beautifully he have decorated and he said the concept. So, thank you children. So, we will try to end, we are ending our topic and we will try to meet you in the next class. Okay, thank you very much.